Moving into our first story today, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And in this case, when you have a Bitcoin mining rig, everything looks like a power source. TeraWulf is going to use nuclear power to mine their Bitcoin, but it's only one part of the green puzzle, and it also has a lot more to do with the power grid, but I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. Back in 2021, TeraWulf first announced that it's going to start Nautilus, and it's going to be at its full capacity, and Nautilus is the nuclear power mining. It's going to be at its full capacity at Q1 this year. The fleet is going to consist of 15,000 mining rigs and will have a hash rate of about 1.6 exahashes, or about 1.6 quintillion hashes every second, which is absolutely insane. You think that's a lot? Not really. It's only about 0.54% of the total computational power of the whole Bitcoin mining network. So like I said, TeraWulf is not only just pioneering mining and green energy with the hydro and nuclear, but also they're pioneering the way to manage the power grid. So this is going to be a delicate balance. Supply, demand. Bitcoin price goes down. Well, you're able to cut the power, divert it to other places, commercial, residential. Bitcoin price goes up. They can divert their hydro, nuclear, to their mining rigs. So this is going to be a whole new way of thinking about green energy, plus also the balance between supply, demand, and managing the power grid. Yuga Labs. Did you know Yuga Labs is a $4 billion company? Absolutely insane. Well, they're going to debut their first Bitcoin-based NFT project later this week. The company announced that on Monday or yesterday. Now, this is going to be different from their other collections. Their other collections are usually around 10,000, or more mints of NFTs. They're apes. They actually bought CryptoPunks. But this one is going to be called 12-Fold. And it's going to consist of 300 limited edition generative art pieces inscribed to the Bitcoin blockchain. These pieces are all 12 by 12 grids, and it's a reflection of the manner of which data is stored on the Bitcoin blockchain. They're going to debut later this week. I'm going to hope to get my hands on one of them. I don't know with 300 pieces what price they're going to come out with. I can see them being very pricey. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford one, to be honest with you, but if I can, I'm going to try to scoop one up. Sticking with the Bitcoin network and NFTs, thanks to the popularity of Ordinals, the Bitcoin network fees have skyrocketed, by the way, passing $170,500 in fees on February 15th alone. However, popularity is dying off, and the price is going down. The amount of fees paid to Bitcoin miners each day has steadily decreased from $54,000 on February 20th to currently just over around $11,000. Now, the question is, I just told you about the Yuga Labs 12 by 12 Bitcoin NFTs. Is that going to push the price back up? We're going to have to wait and see. Robinhood said today that they were subpoenaed by the SEC, or the Securities and Exchange Commission, back in December. And this subpoena from the SEC was regarding Robinhood's supported cryptocurrencies, custody of currencies, and platform operations. Robinhood currently lists 18 cryptocurrencies on its trading platform, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Robinhood said it's received similar subpoenas requests from the California Attorney General's office regarding its trading platform and customer disclosures and coin listings. This is all because of the FTX collapse. FTX has forced regulators to move faster on controlling a fast-moving and convoluted space, and they're doing this in the name of protecting investors. SEC Chair Gary Gensler wants to crack down on all the coins and tokens that he believes are unregistered securities. And he made it clear that he believes that essentially everything in the crypto market, except for Bitcoin, fits this description. So the SEC is moving fast, and they're going to be cracking down. What does this mean for Robinhood? Only time will tell in the courts. And finally, in the wake of this whole NFT marketplace battle, Blur, OpenSea, and Creator Royalties, what are the other NFT marketplaces doing? Well, Editor-in-Chief Dan Roberts talked to Superrare and their CTO the other day, Jonathan Perkins. Superrare is a company I'm very familiar with since they're a San Diego-based company, and they were launching around the same time I was living in San Diego back in 2018. They said that John told Editor-in-Chief Dan Roberts and Decrypt this, in quote, "We took a fairly controversial move at the time to include artist royalties. What we said is, if we can help artists make money through royalties, why not at least try? So we played some of the part of establishing some kind of standard, at least from the art side. Royalties are not going away on Superrare." What I think we're seeing pan out now is just the kind of chaos of a new market taking shape. NFT markets isn't just about pictures of monkeys and penguins. There's a wider NFT marketplace, he says. He concludes by saying, if you think in terms of Blur versus OpenSea, at OpenSea there is surely an art, but there's also domain names, insurance contracts, collectibles, and many other things that are not art. So what he's trying to say is on Superrare, there will always be creator royalties. However, if you're looking at the NFT market in general, in like the wider space of it, the wider industry that's being created, there's a lot more things than just art. And that also has to be taken into account. We're talking about deeds on houses. We're talking about insurance contracts, collectibles, all kinds of different things that are being NFT'd so you can verify your ownership. Should that be royaltied? Should that not be royaltied? I think what he's saying is that shouldn't be. That's just part of creating a better system of verifying ownership of something. What do you think? What do you think of this whole debate? I haven't heard much from our listeners about this. Email me, MatthewAaron@decrypt.co.